Hello there, this is Draco Wing and we're back with more Simic Ritual. Last time we tested out running no of the 1 mana counter spells, Consigns and Stern Scoldings. After testing and played a lot more, I think Consign to Memory are necessary. So we're testing a new list that is putting the Consign to Memory back in the list. So we now have 4 Consigns in the sideboard, and then you just have to side out the Charlotte Agents when they're coming in. But I do believe that the Charlotte Agents are one of the best cards in the deck. It is just a very strong engine, and the best play you can make in the deck is playing a Charlotte Agent into a Birthing Ritual into a Abhorrent Oculus. And when you do that, it's like, okay, that's the point of the deck. So that is where you really are getting in front, right? So by playing Stern Scolding, you really get an issue. And Stern Scolding and Charlotte Agent are both good in the same matchups, because Charlotte Agent is also good in the Boros Energy matchup. They are also good in the Proud matchup. So there's another tricky spell here, a Forest Dispersal. The issue is, of course, we can't use one mana removal spells. That is the beauty of this member, because it's a 3 mana removal spell that only costs 1, so technically a 1 mana removal spell. This is kind of the same, because it is an instant bounce spell that costs 2 less if it targets an attacking creature. So I fear some issues with it in the Boros matchup, because you might not be able to do that well against Ajani. But especially in the Prowess matchup, I expect this to be extremely strong when they try to max out on damage by playing a lot of Mutagenic Growth and other pump spells. So this can really be a blowout in that matchup. So I'm trying 3 in the sideboard here. Other than that, this deck also is testing out Fate from History, which is a really good card against the Affinity deck, which is a difficult deck to play against, and a great way of getting all of the artifacts off the board and not back, because you could play Hercules Recall, but many of the artifacts they are playing are 0 mana spells, so they're just going to replay them. Hercules Recall is good, but Fate from History should be a very good addition. So I'm testing this out as well. Yeah, let's run this through a league. Okay, we are in our first match. We luckily we lost the die roll, but this hand is quite not great. The issue here is that we really need to get our engine rolling. We need a 2-drop. We're playing 10 creatures, 2-drops, and 4 Birthing Rituals, and we get nothing here. So if you just brick on 2 draws here, I think it's very bad. If it's an aggressive deck, we do have the Dismember, so there's a consideration, but I think I consider mulligan it. Then again, you do have a Misty Rainforest and 2 draws with a Scry, but there's so far until you get something good here. Yeah, let's mulligan. This is better. This is not amazing, but it's better. We still have the Dismember, but now we also have the Birthing Ritual. I'm gonna put back the Forest. We don't need 2 forests. The Flood Strength can get the Head Mage, so we got a turn 1 play. Okay, I think Subtlety might be good here. We are up against Domain, and Domain with Leyline is always tough. That means that they might be able to play Draco now, and Draco is going to be an issue for us, so we have to subtlety that one, because we can't dismember it. It has hexproof. It could also be Kavu. They might be playing Kavu. Kavu would be better for us, that we can dismember. It's Kavu, so I want to dismember that, and want to play the Birthing Ritual on my turn. So I think I'll crack for the Breeding Pool. Maybe we don't need another secondary forest, so I think I'll just crack for a basic forest here, or basic island. We do have the forest in the sink, so I'll just take a island. Can be valuable to keep down. Draw a 2-drop here would be very nice. A 2-drop creature. Boop. We did not, but force negation. That's not amazing. Did we forget to put in any of our 2-drops? Let's see the list here. No, you can see it should be here, right? We have 4 Ice-Fang Coatl, 4 Colorways, 2 Flipperflips. We didn't see them in our 2 first hands. We really want those. Okay. What is he up to? He's gonna play a threat. That's a sign of Draco. So there is a line here which is kind of crazy, because if we choose to subtlety it, it'll come back next turn and it's gonna be really rough getting rid of it. But if we subtlety it and put the force negation away, we'll then time walk him and we can flare it next turn by playing this thing into stupid. So I actually think just subtlety in here, pitching the force. My consideration was also to, you know, now we can sack it to flare denial. So that's a way of, you know, hard countering, but that's a 3-for-1 we're giving him. So I think this line is fine. We can just flare it next turn and he loses a draw step on it. And even if we draw a creature, we can play the creature and then flare by sacking that creature. I don't exactly know what he's considering here. Maybe he has one more. Let's battle the Scion. Come on, Scion. Insane art on this one. I actually like the old one better. It's an old retro card on old frame. Right? No, I think I'm mistaken. No, it's not. There is this old Draco card. Yeah. Yeah, this one. See this card here from Future Side. It's kind of the same, you know. 2 less for each basic, flying. But you have to pay it each upkeep. Not the same. Okay, he'll pass to us. I'm satisfied with that exchange. He put Sign of Draco on top. So we just pass here. Abhorrent Oculus is not the best draw, but make it work. Countering the Scion. Probably he thinks that we are boring guys. Now we really need to draw action. That is something. Very good draw. Let's see if he has a removal spell. He might remove this with the enchantment Oblivion Ring-ish card. He should do that now. Yes, he is. But that's fine. You know, he can take. Oh, he can take the Birthing Ritual, of course. That's not great. Yeah, nothing we can do here. But we are getting the Abhorrent Oculus in play next turn, because we can just hedge maze and get the fetch and the card we drew in the bin. So if he doesn't play a Sign of Draco, I think we have a chance here. Anything but the Sign of Draco. And now we got the ley line out of his hand, so that's pretty nice. 1 mana instant speed Oblivion Ring. This is a great card for the domain deck. Okay. Not great. Luckily our card is bigger than his. He gets to haste it here. And it has lifelink as well. So the last card in his hand was the best card he could have. That's not what we want to see. Almost everything goes into the bin here, especially head mages. So let's draw. He has no cards. He has a 4/4. We'll play this because then we can flip something up. We have to exile our entire graveyard. That's fine. Let's get the Abhorrent Oculus in play. And that has a really good block on this one. But he can't draw any action here. Let's see. We get a endurance could be interesting. I think I rather want the endurance because that might be able to block the sign at some point. Yeah, let's get that. If we whiff here, this is a better body. No action, please. He whiffed, okay. That's good for us. People thought is interesting. Let's get more information. Okay. So we can't really raise him at this time, so I'll just put in the Misty just to thin our deck. We don't have any more Hitchmaze, that's removed. But I can't really attack here. Unlucky for us, that's the case. But we might hit a Harbinger off the Abhorrent Oculus or another Abhorrent Oculus. So let's just pass. Lifelink is also really strong. We get a Shardless Agent. Now we can flip the Endurance and then block if that's needed. We have to have some way of getting rid of his Scion, and that is not very easy for us. We gotta have 2 cards, and he drew action here, it seems. Ah, another ley line. Okay, that's not action. That's a safety valve, at least for him, but it's not a good draw. So let's flip this up. Let's crack this. Yeah, let's get a breeding pool and say no. Sink into stupor is that's okay. So he's tapped out now, so we get a Birthing Ritual trigger if we do it like this. I think that's probably worth it. So that's interesting. That would have been our way of getting this off the board. But let's yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I think our value engine is he has to take it again, and this is the one turn we have. Oh no. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. Yeah. I played the wrong card. Let's see what we get here. Abhorrent Oculus is nice. So we wouldn't have gotten that like this. We would have traded it for Coiling Oracle. Got another trigger. But I could really have used that Sink into Stupor. So that was very stupid. I just misclick. It would be cool if he kills the Abhorrent Oculus and tries to attack. Then we can flip the Abhorrent Oculus and block. Plays a Ragavan. Dismember is not a great draw. Let's start by attacking with one of these guys now. Okay, Doorkeeper Throw. Yeah, okay, that's very good. But I can kill the Doorkeeper Throw when he blocks. Go to 2. It's interesting to be on 2 against them. Oh, it says Hexproof and Lifelink. Okay, this is very bad. Okay. So the thing would have been great here. Ice-Fang Coatl is not great. Ah, I fear we are losing this. Well, the creatures having Hexproof is also just insane, and now the Doorkeeper Throw is stopping everything. Is that attacking? It is. Seems pretty bad. So we can block it with a 3/3 and a 3/4 and a 2/2 and 2 1/1s, right? What can he kill now? Then he can kill the 3/3 and the 2/2 and it'll still die. You can also kill the 2 1/1s. I think I'll do this. Decent attack. Good we had a subtlety. Let's draw a Abhorrent Ritual here. Come on. That's not it. Not even a Harbinger. This is not drawing anything either. We forgot to flip the Shardless Agent. Don't think it matters that much now. Flip it up. We gotta remember the Doorkeeper Throw right now. Here comes another. No, it's Flage. Good time that we have the counterspell, but that'll come in next turn. At least now this. Oh, okay. So because of the sign of Draco, we can't do anything about this. Okay. I want to what he's gonna shoot here. Maybe just me. Because then I'm dead next turn. Sounds like a good plan. No, because I kill it now. So what is he gonna do? He can't haste it next turn. We have to draw subtlety. Don't think we have that much subtlety left. Or another flare. Yeah, shooting me, that's a good idea. Rather two things dead than three things. He's going to hit a birthing ritual here. We did. We have to hit Oculus. Oh, yeah. Or first strikes. Nothing we can do here then. Let's just test out what happens if I go for Harbinger. And he still has a lot of lanes, right? It doesn't. Yeah. Okay, we are dead. Damn, it's cold. It's so cold. Okay. So we want the Harbinger in this matchup. We also need the endurance for the Flage. Maybe the Fate from History could be pretty good. It's not indestructible, it's hexproof. So I think Fate from History is pretty nice. Maybe it's just a one-off. Testing out new cards. Maybe we test both of them. What else can it take? It's not like everything, but Scion of Draco. Yeah, they also take the leyline bindings, right? Yes, I think Fate from History is pretty good. Let's take in these cards. I don't like Force Negation in this matchup. Dismembers is fine, actually. They don't have that much. Subtlety is also fine. What are we cutting then? We only need 2 endurance. I think that's good enough. And then we can cut one of the Fibbleflips. They do have Harbinger, throw patrol, but I want to have the Dismember against the Doorkeeper Thrall anyway. Yes. Yeah, I think we gotta keep this. Is it really good? We're not doing anything before turn 3. That's unfortunate. Wow. So on turn 2 he might do his thing, and we can't count anything unless we find a 2-drop. So I think I want a mulligan. Yeah, this is better. This is better. I think we're gonna keep the Boseiju and just say keep and pitch back the Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, like this and done. And then we're just gonna play the Hedge Maze. But let's draw the Flare, that would be nice. I'm gonna test if Fate from History is good against them. It's more like a late play, but it could be very nice. Okay, he's in the think tank. Okay. We don't need that. Notice that he did not have the enchantment and he went to 5. He did not have his ley line. So his deck is not as great without the ley line. Breeding pool. Do you want to play that instead? Probably not. It's more like, you know, Ice-Fang is pretty good if you can get a lot of the basics, and I do wrong Harbinger, so I want to get the forest out of this. But I'll get the forest anyway. I'll just play here and get the forest. Issue is that we did not draw a blue card. That would be very good. Maybe we should have kept the sync. Then we could have solitude something. Because he's going to play a Kavu now. We don't have a good answer against Kavu at the moment. And I don't think I want to solitude with the Ice-Fang Coatl pitch. Yeah, here comes. No. Okay, that's an instant speed card coming in. What's that? Tribal Flames, maybe? I don't know. I'm gonna play my Ice-Fang. Just gonna counter this. Doorkeeper Thrall, okay. So let's just play this. Say yes. Pass. Okay, that's kind of annoying that Doorkeeper Thrall. Maybe that's gonna win the game. Counter that. Let's draw this member, that would be nice. Or that's even better. We have to get the... That's another fun thing we can get here. I think I want to keep my Besaju in hand for now. Since the Solitude doesn't even do anything. We've got an Oculus. Let's ride the wave on that. And even if because we got the Fate, but the Fate is going to kill our Birthing Ritual as well. Okay, what could happen now? Leyline Binding. Maybe we could also just Besaju the Leyline Binding. Let's start by attacking. It's gonna give him access to more mana though. I could also just play the Subtlety and flip it with Birthing Ritual. I think that's better. it's fine. Nah, 2 Harbingers missed there. Okay. See here what we get from value now. That's so great. You don't even know it's great. You're just gonna remember that the Flates is gonna come back at some point. He needs another, specifically another white source though. But this is where we like it to be. So we can test it now. This is pretty nice. I don't think we gonna get in the Harbinger here. Then we're too far. I think we have to win based on the Oculus. So let's just pass. Say no. Then we do it next turn. Ice-Fang Coatl is a cheap flipper. We can also now, well, we can subtlety of course. Oh yeah, we can subtlety cheat it in. That's pretty. That I should have done that in my turn. I could have cheated in the subtlety. Okay. Ah, okay. He doesn't want to replay the Flage. Until your next turn. Okay. It's a cute card. Find some cards. I don't think that's very good. Here I will do the play with the subtlety, just to get more pressure. Just attack with all. I think he'll have to jump block here, because he can block there. Then he takes 8 in the sky, so he has to block with Doorkeeper Thrall as well. Yeah. We found another Abhorrent Oculus. Maybe I'll run the Endurance instead, just to make sure his graveyard is gone. Oracle, fine. Okay. We can play a Kavu, but I think he's dead here. At 1 mana, Finicolor. Interesting card. Haven't seen it been played before. The Time Reveler, but it's a bird. Time Reveler bird. So the Fate from History was very good there, but I am not sure it's actually good. Maybe I just want the Fib with this side of it. Now it proved itself to be cool there, but I don't think it's a natural include. This hand has a Harbinger. It has mana enough to do stuff. I'll keep it. Very non-reactive. At least he did not have his what's it called? Leyline. Here I'll just play the single super because life matters in this matchup. They are winning by pushing. So if I don't draw a fetch, I'll just play the sink. And now we gotta take into consideration he might have a Doggy Patrol. They're usually playing 3 or 4. So I have to pass, and then in response I'll play my Ice-Fang. Otherwise he just played in response to me playing the Fibbletop, but he needs to tap out to do it here, so I just pass. Do it here, and now I can play it now. No, let's see what he does. Yeah, I should do it here. He might have the counterspell. Can't remember what it's called. Well, he did not. Okay, and we can play the Harbinger next turn. Flare Denial. Okay. I think what I'm worried about at this time is Mystical Dispute. I think they're playing that from the sideboard, right? Maybe not. But Stubborn Denial, Tribal Flame, Sliding Bolts, all jazz, all sorts of things like that. At this time, I don't want to attack. You could also just play the ley line. How does he play the ley line actually? He has to do it while on the stack. So either I go for the Shardless Agent or the Harbinger or the Birthing Ritual. I think I have to play fast. I'm only 5 minutes in. I play Agent. I actually think Harbinger is better because it never gets better than this. It's not, now it's a good card. And now he has to do something. Okay, he does play Mystical Dispute. Nope. Don't want to run into the Doorkeeper Thrall here. Only 5 minutes. I didn't know I was so slow. Here's the Doorkeeper Thrall. Draco to protect, very well played by him. We do get to resolve our Harbinger now, right? No? So the Sun Draco is of course annoying, but I think we can get some value out of this Shardless Agent soon. That might hit a Birthing Ritual. Yeah, okay, we have one. Take the damage here. Okay, did not play anything. Which is interesting because we can actually bounce the Scion. We had to play the Fibbletop first, and I don't think we're gonna chump it. The reason why we have to play the Fibbletop is because it's a legendary, so this only costs 3, but let's draw land here. Of course we did not draw land. Okay. So now I'll chump the Scion and then I'll bounce it next turn and he should not be able to replay it. Got attack. Bounce. Can counter this. This member is cute. I'm excited here. 3 minutes. Are we doing it? Okay, good sign. Fine enough. I don't want to dismember the Doggy Patrol now, definitely not. Now we'll. Okay. Let's just attack with the triple thump. Hitting in for damage. Gotta get the Calling Oracle in. Gotta play a little bit fast here, 2 minutes. Okay. You gotta remember that we can endurance his graveyard, if that is necessary. Kind of annoying card for him. Here endurance, that's fine. We could also have pitched to endurance to just get our value back here. That's gonna play. Sign a Draco. Let's play this one. Single super is nice, we can just bounce it on our turn. This should be enough, right? Single super cast. That's what I made as an error before, right? Woo! We won it. That was close. Interesting game 2, right? Where we managed to win based on the card we're testing. Fate from History. That was pretty good in game 2 when you had 2 of those, you know, and you can kill the Scion and you can kill the other one. I think actually, you know, Fate from History is decent in this matchup. I hadn't considered it, but I think it's decent in this matchup. Definitely worked out there, right? Well, okay, we 1-0. I'll say yes. This hand is okay. It's not amazing, but we do get a Surveil trigger on 2-1, on Calling on Oracle on 2. Hopefully we can find a land. We just need to find a land to play the Shardless on 3. And then we do have Subtlety, so we have some interaction. Just want to get those Abhorrent Oculus into play. But they are awkward in hand in the start. I'm really cold. Should make a cup of tea then. Okay, not the mirror then. What is it? Maybe it's affinity? Spirits. Instant and sorcery spells. We play very few of those. I think we'll let him have it. Spirits. Crazy. I don't want to subtlety that. That's crazy. Okay, we'll keep that on top. Now we'll get the snow-covered island here. Play out this hit. Let's hit a land so we can subtlety next turn. That could be pretty good. Or flare. Subtlety is not that. Maybe we should get in the... We can endurance here, but I'm gonna shot this next turn. Let's draw a forest. Ice-Fang Coatl. Okay. So start by attacking. So springs, yes. Let's hit a Birthing Ritual. Come on, Birthing Ritual, come on. Okay, Calling Oracle. It's fine. Okay. That is quite annoying. You know, double Oculus, double subtlety. But it's fine. We will have to subtlety something on his turn, probably. Pitching one of the Oculus. Yeah, okay, counter soul, so we can't counter spirits, but we can subtlety them. Bro. He thought he was cool, but he's not. Ooh. Is it an instant spirit? Yeah, let's start by attacking. Could have cool to draw land there, but probably some Spirit Lord coming in now. Uncounterable. But we can subtlety whatever he plays and then play a Birthing Ritual afterwards. So this is, I think this is lights out. You can't be countered. I beg to differ. Spell Queller. Put the card away. We have one more subtlety. We have Ice-Fang Coatl. And we hit Abhorrent Oculus. We could also just put in the... they're playing a lot of blue cards. There's a halving as well, right? But I think just the Oculus is gonna be too good here. Just putting the pressure on. This is just 7 power on board, right? We have one more subtlety, so whatever he plays now, we can just do it again. And we gotta hit him for 7. So this has to be frustrating. Everything sideways every turn. That's how we do it. Spell Queller. Yeah, let's just do the same again. This time I might just skip the Ice-Fang Coatl because Shattered can be played next turn. And I can also play Abhorrent Oculus next turn. We're way past this. He might as well concede now. He'll never come back from this. Bottom of library. Let me play one more Oculus. I think I will block. That's optimistic to say the least. Good. Ice-Fang Coatl to draw like a counter spell or whatever. Okay, whatever. Okay. Like you lead Death Judgment. Is that even a deck? Is there people playing this deck? In Modern? It's Collected Company with Ether Vial and spirits that can't be countered. So I can take them off white and green with the Harbingers. We're gonna see a lot coming in here. I think the Mystical Disputes are nice. We're gonna take them in. They have a lot of blue cards. Flare of the Nights is a rocky card against Cavern of Souls. And Ether Vial, so I actually don't like it that much. Collector Oof takes him off the Ether Vial, but that's it. It's not good enough. They might be very aggressive, so actually maybe, you know, Dispersal is nice. Force Negation is not great. You can cut a flare again as well. Endurance does not do anything in this matchup. Other than blocking flyers, actually, that's not the worst. Because they have a lot of flyers. Blocking flyers is a good job to do. So just cut one more flare. And what do we cut? The last card. Solstice is just really great. Let's just cut one Fibble, maybe. Let's see. Force Negation is good against Collected Company though. And Flare of the Night is good against that as well. Now I'm open to bend to Collected Company being great here. So that's a hand. That's also a very bad hand, but I can keep it. We just only need one land more. It's a bit slow, but maybe Ether Vial is great for him here. It's very good. Okay, that's a land. I don't think we have the luxury of checking this card at this time. Also, we have an Oculus, so I think it's fine. So the deck works best if they got an Either Vial from the get-go. So this is a strong start for him. Two Either Vials is one too many though. But it means that the subtlety will be negated a lot. Let's play this to see if we can ramp a bit. It's very good. Now we have the Dismember up. But he might be able to counter that with Mausoleum Wanderer. Because the Harbinger of Disease is not even that great when they have Either Vials. Because they can still play them even though they don't have that much mana. But I think, you know, this game might be, they're just too fast with two Either Vials out of the gates. That's fine. If we just have our game plan and just play a, you know, turn 3 Shardling into a Burden Ritual, I don't think they can raise that. They don't have enough interaction to handle that. Nothing yet. I'm not gonna second. Yes. Yeah, let's hedge Mage just to get some cards in the graveyard. So also considering just going for. Ooh. Gotta keep that on top. That's our way to win, right? See what they say about this. We do get the chance to play Harbinger. I actually think that's pretty bad. The reason being that I don't have access to cards that we can play. So maybe Fibblethorpe is just better just to draw 2 cards instead of Harbinger. Yeah, I think it is. 2 cards are nice. Okay, not the greatest cards, but cards nonetheless. Coming in here. Okay. He tried to fake me into consign themes. That dude. Should I kill that dude? It's because he's gonna play Collected Company next turn. Yeah. I'm not gonna kill that dude. You could just play a land and do it anyways. Yeah, that's a land, so I'm glad I didn't do it. Okay. Let's play out this thing. Here it comes, collect the company. Funny old card here. 10 years older this time, I think. I would guess. Oh. He gets to scry too. Hexproof. He gets these two dudes here. Oh. That's a big one. Benevolent Spirit. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool tech. Now, let's draw a land. No lock on that. So that's kind of annoying. Do we just want to kill the Draco Reaver now? I think we have to. Ooh, if he has another Draco Reaver, that's great for him. Wow, that's great play. Okay, I fumbled that one. Do get an Abhorrent Oculus. It's too little in this game, apparently. So I actually think, you know, you maybe wanted to play. I don't think I want to play the Harbingers, because he should be able to get a green mana. That we can at least handle. Spell Queller's good here. Okay, his deck is just, you know, very much stronger when he has the Aether Vials. Favorites are definitely too slow, but maybe Force Negations are good. Maybe on the play I want the Flares anyways. Let's get in a bit of counter magic. I don't think Endurance is the way to go. On the play I also want the Fibblethub. What about the Dispersal? That's not great. They have, you know, you can't counter that, what they're doing. I'm gonna skip the Harbingers. So we need one card here. And that could just be another. No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Question is if I want this Force Negation. I probably do. Probably do want that. You know, Mystical Dispute cannot counter Collected Company. I actually don't like that in this matchup. Maybe I just want the Harbingers instead. Maybe I can get them. I can also consider Consigns, but then I'm, you know, hitting by. This hand is nice. The only thing this hand cannot handle is a turn 1 Aether Vial, but that not necessarily. Maybe we can just raise it anyways. But we do have, you know, Ice-Fang Coatl, we have Counter Magic, Flare of Denial, we have maybe a fast Birthing Ritual, maybe a Harbinger to hit his mana. I think it's cool. There's a Aether Vial deck still going. How much is Aether Vial these days? Whoa, it's actually decent in price. According to Goldfish, it's $20. Okay. Showing on either violent seems. No, Muslim Warrior. Wonder, that's, I gotta say, a lot better. Yeah. Subtlety is not the thing to do. I basically don't want that. I just want to draw into another land instead. So I think I'm gonna play this now. So he can counter the Flare of the Nile with the Mausoleum Wanderer, meaning that, you know, maybe we should have waited just to fake it out a bit. Waited to fade it. It's a decent card, Mausoleum Wanderer. A little value engine, flying in with upside. I really need to draw a land here so I can play the Shardless Agent. It's not a great play, right? It's kind of like he's probably gonna kill off my Hedge Maze and then I just find a forest. Might be annoying, but it's not a problem as such. Let's allow that. Fibberthop is a card I can play. Very frustrating. No land here. Okay, we're not at, at risk of dying to race at the moment. It's just the white orchid dude coming in. I'm gonna block with Coatl. Okay. What does he have then? It's another. No, it does not have flash. So what can he play for 2 blue? He has probably this. No, it's not 2 blue. So what is he up to? I don't think I want to risk checking it out. So now we got that out. Okay, now Flare of the Nile is live. That's very good for us. So it's a yes to this. And then I think, what can happen here? It could easily be a Mystical Dispute. I think I want to just play the Shardless Agent just to be safe here instead of the Harbinger. Also, wow, yeah, that's nice. That's what we want to do, right? We're gonna pass. Now we have Counter Magic up, we have Subtlety up, we have Abhorrent Ritual going. Okay, that in. Just to have something to block. I'm happy about the flares. Is he gonna attack? Nope. Okay. I would suggest playing the Harbinger is now is great. I might even counter fight this. What is this now? Two white mana. Path to exile maybe? Are we going all in on this? Certainly are. Keep the Harbinger alive. No. So only blue mana. That's a flood spell, so now we can't play Collected Company. He can beat us down though. We have the perfect follow-up here. We will have Subtlety up. Okay, that's an even better follow-up, I would say. But that can be countered by another Mystical Dispute, so I think this actually is a better line. So what can he have for? He can have one Chi-Chong, but I'll Subtlety that anyways. So I will attack now. Let's hit an Oculus. We did. Definitely Oculus want to hit here to seal the deal. We have Subtlety up. I think he's done for. We can Subtlety this. Okay, now the floodgates are open, but let's say here that I kill that guy. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 damage. That's not enough. So I will put this in. I will attack with the Birthing Ritual only, or the Oculus only. I'll play another Oculus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oculus comes in. Another Oculus comes in. I think we got this locked down. This is our big board state. Yes. Seems like you are out of luck, sir. Awesome. 2-0 in the league. Very good to see. And we're back for the third round. Okay, back for the next round here. So this guy, he chose to play first. My hand is extremely annoying because the Dismember on 1 is potentially very good, but the problem is that I have to play the Hedge Maze, otherwise I can't play a 2-drop. I think I'm supposed to keep it. But if this is a fast deck we're up against, there's a lot of decks this just loses to, right? Then all of these 2-drops may never be relevant because... Oh yeah, I have to bolt this that comes in here, Ragavan. Oh, it's Affinity maybe. It is Affinity. Okay, it's an Affinity with an excellent start. So you see now they're going to play a lot of 0-drops and thereby creating a massive army. But this is actually a good test for our new sideboard. We can't win against this. We have to be extremely lucky then. Yeah, okay, we might have a chance, right? But this is coming in later. So there's no need to consider Dismember yet. That's not for this game. The problem is if Capo Cannoneer, we can't handle that, so we need to find a subtlety. But let's just start by... Yeah. It's actually nice. I wanted to have that. I wanted to just now find the Abhorrent Ritual of the Shardless Agent. Then counter the Capo Cannoneer. But he knows it's coming in. Ah, the Capo Cannoneer is already coming in now. Game over. So that's the nuts. That is the nuts. But this is why we play this. Collector Oof is also for this matchup. So interested in how that's gonna work. Yeah. Consigns, are they not something? No. Mystical disputes are good though. And actually, even though they are playing they are playing lands that we want to counter. You know, Ursasega. Harbingers are not great. What about Force Negation? What about Force Negation? Force Negation ought to be mediocre. Force of negation. Maybe they're not good. I just think it's pretty bad, but see, endurance definitely not great. So what are we actually countering? Gotta cut 6 cards. Dismembers are not great either. What are they killing? They can kill, of course, Pinnacle Emissary, and Emery. They can counter. They can kill Emery, of course. So that's good. We don't need endurance. Oh wait, we do actually. Endurance is not that bad. We're gonna cut the Harbingers. Cut Fonts. Maybe cut a Fibblethip. Okay, I want to test my sideboard cards. No sideboard cards here, but there is a Flare of the Nile. Maybe he just has a slower start. I think I cannot. I think I don't think the mulligan have a perfectly functional hand, even though we don't have the sideboard cards. A Consign would be nice. I mean, a Dispute would be nice. Okay. He did not have a nut draw. We're back, baby. Collector, oof. So the tricky part about this is that if we just play out the oof now, he might have a Swan Song, or what could he else could he have? Maybe not much, but he might be on the weapons manufacturing plan. And then he doesn't care about playing all of these guys out. Because, you know, weapons manufacturing, I want to counter with Flare of the Nile. But that is also countered by oof. Because they shouldn't be able to be sacked. How is it the second thing? Second with Ice-Fang Ravager, and that does not work. So maybe just play out the oof here. What's best? Can they even counter anything? It's like, I don't think they have interaction. They have Consign to memory, but I don't think they're starting that in. Swan Song might be a really good thing. Mystical Dispute is definitely something they have here. So maybe just playing the oof is good. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, they just have 6 through. Yeah, that backfired. They had the one-off Galvanic Blast. Now we might lose. Okay, this is not munitions enchantment. Maybe Capo Cannoneer here. Yeah. And then we lose. Ah, that's frustrating. Maybe we can raise it if we hit the Abhorrent Ritual of the Shardless Agent. And of course we can also just draw our answer here. But that's of course, you know, I want to test Collective, but you know, the right place is the Coatl. Ooh. That's a nutty draw. We can even do that next turn. So maybe we just go for Shardless Agent now to see if we can hit some value cards. Go for the forest, so we're sure we can play it. We wanna have to have counter magic up for this. Oh, okay. Not the best time to hit a Abhorrent Ritual because it's gonna die from the Fate from History, but I can't complain. Just gonna draw a card. Preordain, it's fine. Two top, 0 bottom. Sounds dangerous. Probably found a Metallic Butte or something. I think I'm gonna do it in my turn. Okay. No counter magic. Again, Fate from History looks impressive. It's an impressive card. Okay, anything I want to change for the next one? Now he is on it. Maybe I rather want the force now. Against munitions and shenanigans rather than something else. Maybe I cut 1 endurance for a force. This deck is so fast. So you can play consigns as well, but then you have your Shardless Agents being bad. But Fate from History has been really impressive in this league so far. 1-1 against Affinity, very hard matchup. But in the first game he just had the nut draw. That's the absolute nut you can do, right? Going Pinnacle Emissary, turn 1, create 3 Thopters into a turn 2 Capo Cannoneer. I would love to be able to keep this hand, however I cannot. Smuligano. Much better hand. I'm gonna keep this. Okay, maybe just put back 1 flare. I think we want to get 1 flare away. Yeah, let's do that. Preordain. I'll allow it. He bought him both cards. Okay. We're still only on force negation territory, but we can do something similar to before. But this time we might just keep up the Ice-Fang Coatl. He's going for it now. Okay. This is typically because they want to play the Mox Opal. No? Why do you do it now? Ah, Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, that's because of Metallic Rebuke. That's fine. I would also be able to keep that, but I don't think I can. Issue being we need lands. I'm not going to run anything into Metallic Rebuke, so I'm going to pass here. There's definitely a Metallic Rebuke. Now we have 2 counter magic up. So this is nice. When he goes to do something here, we can play Ice-Fang Coatl and counter it. Stuff of Legends. Stuff of Legends. What a line. What a god. Okay. So collect a Oof and Hedge Maze into a Delia land. Let's Oof it up. Trying testing the Oof here. We know he has a Metallic Rebuke in hand. So that might be an issue. Pitch that. Land. That's nice. So I think I'll just play that now. Play the Coiling Oracle. Okay. So we know he has Metallic Rebuke. Does he have anything that is an instant speed play? No creatures can come in at instant speed in his deck, so I think it's safe to say I can attack with Collector Oof. So let's start by doing that. Then what I can do is that I can just play the Coiling Oracle here. And then he can counter that with his Metallic Rebuke, but I can also just hold up Ice-Fang Coatl during my turn. Yeah, I think that's better. And then I don't have any more Hedge Maze, so though, but does he really want to rebuke that? No, let's just keep it up. No need to force anything here. We know he has Metallic Rebuke in hand. So he can counter, of course, counter me here. He did not want to do that. Ooh, we can get that in. But again, I think it's Metallic Rebuke, so I think I want to play another Coiling Oracle, I think. Ah, we won it. That must have been a really horrible draw. But again, we saw Fate from History doing things, and we're now 3-0. Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, let's get this show on the road. I almost didn't see my breeding pool there. And I was like, only green lands. But we can keep. Not the most exciting hints. I hope to play Couriers now. With Endurance in hand. Flush Rent could be the mirror. Fifth Night, Subtlety, Interaction, some kind of interaction. Would be cool. Dismember means I'm gonna play the Snow Court. But I'm gonna play the Breeding Pool like this and pass. Not the most exciting card to draw, but we'll manage. Is it really just blue-white control? Then the Shadow Agents are gonna do its thing. We don't know yet, but you know, Meticulous Archive is often Meticulously Archive is often the could also be the Blink deck, of course. That makes sense. The Blink deck makes sense here. So let's draw Subtlety or Flare of the Nile. Yeah, so if it's a Blink deck, and I think it is, we are under stress because he will just do all his thing now. So if it's that, should I just play the Coiling Oracle to try to ramp a bit? Yeah, I think so. He gets free leeway here. He should actually cast the dog now. Philia. Come on, Philia. Come on, doggy. Probably should have played the Ice-Fang Coatl, but it doesn't really matter at that time. He's gonna go for it anyways. Yes, Quantum Whittler. We can't do anything about it. This is very rough. Only thing we can hope to do here is just to high roll on the Shardless Agent. I probably want to go for the Shardless Agent. And then hit the... problem is that he will have a way to answer that as well. So, yeah, let's just go for the high roll. Shardless Agents into Ice-Fang. Yeah, well. Let's draw a Flare here. Or Subtlety. We did play land, of course. Okay, we are under stress and pressure. It's not looking great, but the matchup is fun, and I like their deck. Actually, pretty cool. That's pretty nice. You can actually clear my board here. Is there any getting back to this? So this is 1, 2, and then he only attacks is 3. Don't see myself coming back in it. So we can just do it again. He's gonna do it here. Hit for 7. Oh, you can just draw a card and then attack and bounce it there for the value. Very nice play. The engine is on. Yeah. So I'm probably going to do something like this. Doesn't really matter. We are pretty boned. Abhorrent Oculus, that's not it. So he can attack. We don't. I needed the another Ice-Fang there to be able to have Death Touch. So he can attack for 8. And then he can also Riddler. Okay. I think that's fine. I think that's enough of you doing stuff against me. So Mystical Disputes can come in. Oh, are we sure about that? So yes, but Blink, it is actually there where you know, Esper Blink. So we don't want Endurance because they're not using the that's a Jeskai Blink are using Graveyard. Esper Blink are also using Graveyard, but not in an effective way to handle for us. So we don't like Endurance. Mystical Dispute can counter Quantum Riddler and Teferi, but that's it. Not really that much else coming in other than their Mystical Disputes. So I'm more banking on maybe the sideboard helping me with another Harbinger. Trying to go for the mana. That's not normally a strategy I would like to impose. Alternatively, I can say let's get in the Mystical Disputes, but they play 2 Teferis, 2 Quantum Riddlers, and they're gonna side in 2 Mystical Disputes, and that's it. So it's not like I'm that worried about it. Force Negations are not great here. They have very few spells that are important for us to do anything about. Yes. This member is good against the dog. It doesn't work against the dog. maybe I want a couple of mystical disputes. Better than that and that. I don't have that much for this matchup actually. Need one more card, maybe just the third Harbinger or the third Desist. Okay. Probably wrong. There is only one land here. It's only an island. We have to mulligan. This is much better. Nice hand. We can keep it. I think we're just gonna put back the Force Negation. Done. The Verdant Catacomb is gonna get us a forest. So that's gonna be important. So we have to play out the Flooded Strand first. The Hedge Maze. This hand is the problem with this hand is that it's very bad against Dog, but they might not have it, even though I think they always do. Thoughtseize. Artifact or creature card from it. Okay. See what you take. Probably Shadowless Agent. Or Harbinger. I think that's Ice-Fang Coatl is decent here. That allows us to hold up Dispute. So we can go Quantum Riddler in his turn. Land. So, probably Fatal Pushes and Ephemerates all over the place here. I'm gonna attack. One place is gonna double block. I'm gonna double block the Dog. Here comes the Dog. So that means that he can't pre-play the Quantum Riddler. Okay, he can because he has his own, but maybe I do this because he knows he has okay, but he has a Mystic HP, then it's just really good because he can also counter the Ice-Fang Coatl. So I'll try. He forgot about my Mystical Dispute. Okay. He saw that card. Exile my card. Okay, we know he does not have Mystical Dispute now. So maybe I just want to go for it. Okay. think I'm gonna go Birthing Ritual. Of course I cannot at this time. But what I can do is I could have stayed back with that one. Okay, so now we have Death Touch on this one. Next turn we can play Coiling Coatl and Birthing Ritual. He might want to find a swamp here, just to play around Harbinger. No, he didn't care. Push Enchanter. That's a card against Birthing Ritual otherwise, but did not want to do it. Balemerc is a card. Wish I would have drawn some of my salty these games, but let's see. He found an Quantum Riddler. Yeah. One attack, probably yes. Okay. See what he finds. Overlord of the Balemerc. He took Witch Enchanter back, okay. Salty. He can play Witch Enchanter next turn. So I will play, do this, do this, do this. What a draw. Do this. Let's get some value going. Very smart of you. So, bouncy bounce for this one. To find more stuff. Do we care? It's because he's searching for... I don't think I care. He's searching for Solitude. He found a Flicker Wisp. Oculus from the top. See what he finds. Quantum Riddler. Maybe he just takes another Balemerc. Quantum Riddler is. Look at Ice-Fang Coatl, that's just doing work here. just gonna run this out. Okay, countering it is actually not the coolest thing. Because I'll have to catch, sack that one, and he can run this one into that one. I think he's decently fine with that. But I have another one, so maybe just countering the exile, another permanent. What is he going to exile? Abhorrent Oculus is not good. So he wanted to do it from the Bailmerk to find that one. So I think I'm gonna. He didn't find anything here to remove my cards. But what if I just let this happen? He'll pass. I think I'll allow this one. He's searching for solitude. See if we can find it here. He did find it. I miss my endurances. What if the Bailmerk is dead? Then it cannot attack. It has to attack to find the solitude. So what if I just hit him for 10 and he'll have to do a lot of work to get the solitude back? It's probably worth it, right? We can catch another one. Nope. Okay, but he can potentially remove my solitudes. Yeah, because he'll attack and then he'll ephemerate it, so not the best. Take the damage here. Did return solitude. Yeah. Did I play something wrong here? Should I count the Flicker Wisp maybe? I think, yeah, probably should have counted the Flicker Wisp. You gotta remember he has one more Solitude activation. That's not it. So, do we attack with these two? I think we busted out here. Annoying. Okay, I think I have to flip this up. It's annoying, it's such an expensive one. We are on 20 though. Okay, I think this is game over, sadly. Calling Oracle. So this is not great at the moment. Okay, at least we can play this thing into Super. If I feel like that's the overlord, I'm bouncing it. Okay, I'm not gonna bounce the Solitude. That's fine, he can do that. Whatever these creatures, doesn't really matter. That's wrong to do. So at least we do not get an attack trigger in here from that one. It's going to 2. Let's draw a Lightning Bolt. Let's get another Solitude here. So we need to draw Shardless Agent. Coatl is fine. This is one I play to draw, if I draw Shardless Agent as well. Flare of Denial. Okay. Quite interesting. Fibblethorpe is interesting as well. Drawing 2 cards now. Do we have a little chance? Do we have a little chance? The Quantum Riddler comes in, or Solitude. We're gonna flare that. Gotta remember that you can Besage you the Overlord. I'm gonna keep this member up. Abhorrent Oculus is nice. Let's start by playing this one. Gonna stress him out. Goes to 1. Wait a minute. We won it! I can't believe we won that. Okay. Interesting. Let's draw the Solstice in the next one. That was such a big advantage he had. Oh, but I don't like my sideboard against this. Maybe Endurance are not the worst due to Babework. Maybe it's a bit better than Dispute. Force Negation. Not hot. Like Dispute better. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't actually know what's smartest here. Sideboarding is hard. Ah, this hand is almost cool. Let's mulligan it. It's a 1-lander. Wow. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna keep this, and that's because of the Dismember. Otherwise, I was not too fond of this hand. Thoughtseize. Yes. So I gotta say that he probably gonna take a Dismember this time. I'm gonna allow him to take anything here, but that means that he can take the Dismember and the Feeler can get up and running. So not great. Also because that was in our entire hand. But we're on sideboarding, first of all. So what do we want to draw? Coiling Oracles is a nice draw. Shattered Angels is, I think, it's also a good draw for the value. So I think we just have to see if we can outgrind them. We don't have that much sideboard against the Maxi. It's like, maybe we should have more. Stern Scoldings normally are great in this matchup. It's gonna pass with Feely up. Let's just draw Subtlety of the Coiling Oracle. We play Harbingers, right? So I want to just get the forest here. Or we can, of course. Let's just get that. Yeah, that's fine. You should play it now. Salty. This member is too late. Draco. At least we can kill the Balemerc if that's it. It's the Riddler. Very unfortunate. Okay, so I think we have to do our own broken stuff now. Meaning it's shadow saving time. See, that's just too late here, and we can't even play. Oh, we can play it. Birthing Ritual, come on. We need a one-time Birthing Ritual. We hit it. Now we gotta hit Abhorrent Oculus. We did not. We did hit an Ice-Fang Coatl. This might draw us into something interesting. Please just play out to Fairy. I think I'll have to counter that. I don't think Harbinger is it this game. We passed that. Also, Harbinger is just much better from Birthing Ritual. They have so many Solitude. I think Harbinger is bad because they have Solitude they can just play for free and remove it. Get their mana back. Okay. We are one creature away now. Aha. Bounce my Coatl. Going to 10 here. That was fun to do, bro. Yeah. I was considering dismembering, but I think he maybe have forgotten before that we had the dismember. I don't think he has Solitude yet. Okay. Ooh, that's a nice draw. Ice-Fang's probably best. That is a nice draw. We can subtlety. Drops a card. He'll tap out now for Solitude, right? Oh my goodness. It's just so good stuff. That's why you want to have all 4 subtleties in the deck right now. Okay, put it on top. Put it on top. But the timing is just great, and he can't attack now. So what happens if I probably just attack with Abhorrent Oculus? I'm gonna play Abhorrent Ritual and have Dismember up. That's all fine and dandy. What happens if I attack with Abhorrent Oculus? He can block with Quantum Riddler. I kill the Riddler. He knows about my Dismember, right? Well, alternatively, I can Dismember his Philia, attack with everything. He block there, go to 4. That's bad. So, yeah. Let's just start by attacking with Abhorrent Oculus. Play this one. Nice. We got another one. So wanted to hit. Yeah. Question if I kill Philia now, I think I just do. So here's a Solitude he can play. Okay. He's looking for one more Solitude maybe. Find a Riddler. Let's go for the trophy. Can we get a 5-0 with this deck? I have to play it out now, even though it's getting late. That's some 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Goddamn grindy games. But I can't break the flow now. Okay, the middle game was insane that we came back on that. Actually, I'm tired. I will go to bed on a 4-0 and remember card hoarder. And remember, I'll do a follow-up to see if we can get the 5-0, but it's getting too late for me, so I'll jump in bed. Thanks for watching, guys.